Coach, take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 13. Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now a first down carry by Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they have the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at the 20. On play action, now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On first down, Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And he's going to take it in
in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
No, 66. 72.
On second and 11 now. Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Hey, 66.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
We're going to start.
Mike is 59. Mike is
Red 80. You got it, son. It's it. We're going to start.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go. He's crashing. He's red 80. Alert flare.
Here's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
No. Bravo.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Bell down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and 4.
On second down and 4. Darnold being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Brady. And Watson has it right side. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down.
Hey, check.
New England.
72. Hey, echo. Under crunch. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
A gain of 3, second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. To throw is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They run the draw play. This is White. And some room to work. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. To throw is Brady. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. It's caught by Herndon. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again, caught here by Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third and long, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Darnold now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's first and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
We're going to sign. 53's mine. Check. 50. Lady. Check.
Again, it's Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Crowder now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's got Anderson right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down, it's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He hits his target, left side, Watson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And some room to run now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 37. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A good pickup of 6 there on first down. And Darnold wants to throw the football. This is caught. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Darnold. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
72.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, White, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Crowder. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play.